metal-heads.de.
It's running. Hello Metalheads! Today we're in Wuppertal for a happy birthday show. It's the release of the EP, split EP of Pripjat and Hello On. Yep. Split on. It's called A Glimpse Beyond. So, a glimpse beyond what?
A glimpse beyond a lot of shit. Like the main idea was that we wanted to try a little bit different kind of elements in our music, and the glimpse beyond was just this. Like it's a little play on words because it's a small format, it's an EP, it's not a whole record, so you can experiment a little more. So it's just a glimpse, you know. We tried something out that maybe we wouldn't do on a whole record because there you have to go all in. And here you could do the small experiments, and this is the glimpse beyond. But of course it's also metaphorically for the topics on the lyrics that we are dealing with, because our side from Pripjat, we decided to go in the topic of future, cyberpunk, like thinking what's happening now in the world and how it will look in 100 years. While Helon are doing this shaman stuff and they look beyond, you know, the reality, so they go more metaphorical about it, metaphysical, I mean.
Okay, Alex, how would you describe the music Pripjat are playing on this EP?
Pripjat playing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a big fan of their music since they start their creation way, yeah. So mostly it was old school thrash metal and I like it. But now I see some changes. It really makes me high because, you know, it's closer to my vision of music thing, yeah. Because, yeah, we mostly, how to say, just concentrated now on a death metal vision of our music, because previously it was thrash metal, but now mostly death and some atmospheric elements and shaman and tribes and whatever. Yeah, so for me it's very interesting to see how the Pripjat change a bit their creation, their style maybe, yeah. And I hope the people will like it as I like it.
Yeah. I had the chance to listen to one song, and it sounded like a little bit like Voivod influences. No, not a little bit. So, as you told me before, they are.
Yes. No, I mean, especially this song was pretty inspired by Voivod. So actually started, first of all, Pablo was the guy who brought Voivod into our lives. He was a huge fan since he came. And then I also started to listen to Voivod a lot. Like I saw them live and it was amazing. It was a magical night, indeed. So, and after that I was thinking like, okay, so this is like alternative approach on thrash. That's really cool, and we should like try to make some brave steps, you know. And yeah, of course, this song is very inspired by Voivod, especially this beat. Yeah. So, but there's of course a lot more of inspiration coming to the new music besides thrash metal. I mean, Voivod and Vector, I would say, were the most important bands for us from the thrash metal direction. But I mean, all of us, we are very wide, and we listen to a lot of different stuff, and we wanted to bring different elements and to make our music a little bit more interesting. So
Especially for ourselves.
Especially for, yes. I mean, that's the most important thing, of course, that we as band are saying like, yeah, we really like the new material, and we do, and we want to keep it go further and want to see where the ride will take us.
I like it, and I hope the fans will like it too. But perhaps Pablo, can you describe what music Hell On are playing on the EP?
No, don't do that. Oh man. No.
No.
Sorry, dude. I don't know how to describe this.
Maybe I can try.
Okay.
Yes. I can try. I actually listened a lot to your stuff, and I must say, Behemoth, Nile, Septic Flesh, maybe a little bit. So it's, I don't know. So I would say it's Behemoth, a lot of Behemoth stuff, but not the newer ones. I mean, like the Apostasy, Demigod, especially Apostasy. And for me, Behemoth's Apostasy is like, was mind blowing when it came up. So, and as I started listening to it, was like, yeah, dude, that's the shit. That's the shit. That's what I want to hear. And I, yeah, like this kind of death metal, of course, with some thrash metal influences, but this epic, lot of ethno stuff. I really like that. So yeah, that's how I would describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you agree?
Yes, you know, before we started to compose this split EP together with guys, we had some conversation with our friends regarding new materials that we made, yeah, and they told me, some of them told me that there is guys, there is Poland scene, you inspired by Vader, Behemoth, and maybe Hate, yeah, and another part of our friends told us, oh, there is definitely Greece, so it's Rotting Christ and Septic Flesh. So we think that there is a good for us, because I guess there's something between Greece and Poland in a death metal, you know, way. So
With the Ukrainian touch.
yes, exactly.
Okay, perhaps you can explain how it came together. Pripjat and Hell On, split EP, touring together.
Yeah, it goes way back. I don't know, 6 years maybe. There was a interview we did for metal.de, and the topic was Ukrainian thrash metal, and there was the label Metal Scrap Records. We were at signed Hell On back there, and we never met. But this was the first time that I heard something of an active Ukrainian metal band, because all the time before I was thinking why I don't hear any bands from the Eastern Europe, like Russia, Ukraine, nothing. I knew not even one band. So this was the first time I saw them, and then when I visited my family in Kiev, I just thought, write those guys, like meet them, you know, just exchange a little bit, see what's going on in Ukraine and Kiev. And Ljocha replied, and we met for pizza in Kiev, and we hit each other immediately. Like, it was super much positive vibes, and it became a friendship over the years. And so after some time, he asked for help to organize a concert in Germany, and we tried something, made something small. And beginning of this year, we played finally, which was a big dream, especially for me, but of course everybody enjoyed it, apart from the winter. But we played Kiev and another town in Ukraine, and this is what Alexei helped. Like, he organized it all. We would not have any chance to play it without a big booking agency, because you don't know what expects you in those countries. So he made this possible, and after that, it was like, we're bringing split EP. We're bringing an EP because we wanted the EP format to try something that was already set up. But then we said, why don't do a split EP? Because the good side on splits is just you use all the synergies of both bands. Like, they do promotion in Ukraine, we do promotion in Germany, and both bands are like involved in it. So everybody puts their resources in this thing, splits the production costs, and this was actually very close for us, because like musically it's death metal, but very trashy elements as well. And I'm I mean, it could have been also a thrash metal band, but I think this slightly other approach makes the EP more interesting because there like more going on. If you listen through it, you have like a journey, and it's not just another trash band after a trash band, which would be fine as well. But I think this is a little more interesting. And the guys, they're just awesome. They're great people. We enjoy hanging out a lot. I knew we will hail Satan all the time, which we do. I mean, it was a lot of we had respect, and the musical quality was absolutely undisputed with those guys. And then it was like, they're awesome. Let's do it with them. And they immediately said yes. So it was actually a very easy decision.
Now you're here in Germany, and how is it so far? It's second gig.
Yeah.
I think yesterday you played in Cologne.
So actually, every time when we visit Germany, I feel like my blood becomes a beer, you know, every time because just I just told to Pablo that today in the morning, first time since we passed the border of Poland, I drink water. First time, it's several day pass, and just tourist tour, you know. So we enjoyed a lot. Actually, hospitality is on very high level, so I enjoyed so much every time that we visited Germany. So and the people, you know, is most dedicated people to metal than in any other country, I guess, because you know maybe sometimes I could compare it with the Czech Republic because they have crazy fans also.
Great festivals.
Yes, but they are maniacs, on this when we play on the stage. So there is motion and circle pits and stuff like that. So in Germany, preliminary save, I guess, and there is two favorite countries for me to play, you know, because in Ukraine the metal industry is not so good. And that's why I guess people still think has some older patterns in their minds, you know, regarding USSR and stuff like that. So we don't talk about it. So actually, I like it so much. So I enjoy every show in Germany that we have, and I guess today we will have a great gig. Yesterday we had a great gig, and tomorrow we will have a great gig as well. Yeah.
Beer. Yeah. Cheers. Eugen spoke of the Ukrainian metal scene. So, what is it like in Kiev or in the country? Are there many bands?
Yes. You know, from my point of view, I can describe it in several directions. So, like black metal scene, thrash or death metal thing, and maybe some power metal thing. So of course number one is maybe Ginger now, because they are mostly most well-known band, but I know that Ukrainian is very interested in their black metal thing because it used some national ethno elements, you know, and stuff like that. So like we can see Nocturnal Mortum material, or horse, for example, Drudh. So if you're talking about the thrash metal, death metal thing, I guess it's Hell On and Flesh Gore maybe. So there is maybe 5 or 10 bands that really still you know, rolling, still rocking and still rolling through all these years, and I guess they doing a lot. And
but it's hard, right? It's hard to come out.
Yeah, very hard. And believe me, since we had this opportunity to visit European Union without a visa, it becomes more easy for us, because preparation of every tour brought us a lot of difficulties, starting from documents and monies and stuff like that. So it was crazy difficult for me to arrange some tours and just 10 years ago and stuff like this. But now it's much more easy, and I guess it will help us to tell people that around the world that Ukraine has some interest in metal-heads. Yeah, so I suppose that the Ukrainian metal scene will grow with us. Yeah, and
How helpful is it to have France and Germany like Pripjat?
oh, it's really cool. It's really cool. They help us a lot because this is their territory. Yeah, they know the rules. If you know what I mean. Yeah, yeah. So it helps a lot. And previously we had contact with the German label firm, so we think that Germany is a good country to play because a lot of big festivals, a lot of crazy fans and stuff like that. So it's just inspired a lot, yeah. Because in Ukraine it's not so good, believe me. So we really enjoy every chance to visit Germany, to play here, and with support of our friends. So, yeah.
Yep. Hell Satan and drink a lot of beer. But I heard Eugen got really high in Ukraine. You got really high on fever.
I didn't get high. I almost died. I wish I was high, but I was like really low actually. Yeah, I had an infection as soon as we hit the Polish-Ukrainian border. I got fever and it went up to 42 degrees. I did the first gig. I don't remember much of it because I couldn't warm up. I couldn't hold the guitar. They just, there was a guy. I think it was Ivan was his name, and he came just with this, big plastic bottle of vodka of Samagon, and he was like, "We have to get you on your feet right now." And he gave me, and somehow I managed to play it. And actually I felt very, very bad. The next day we played Kiev, and normally I would have said, dudes, I can't, but it was Kiev, and like I told before, it's like my first time my father saw me, the whole family showed up, it's like where we grew up, and the hell name, it was one of the most special shows in the career. And so I did Kiev somehow, and normally we would have played the third gig the next after, but I had to say no, and a doctor came, and she took like made some tests with and she said, "You going to the hospital next day because you might have a lung infection. If you would have took some rest, you would cure yourself, but now it's like you fucked." So yeah, we stayed a couple of days at the place of my girlfriend, and could just like those guys had a good time. There were Bobo and Pablo. They were coming with big bags of shit out of the downtown and enjoyed it. And I made Kirill sick. I made
but for a short time only.
Yeah. So I also infected a couple of guys, and it was like a big like a hospital. There were people lying around in every corner and just trying to get straight again. And so yes, I got on my feet back. And then we got into the car and drove all the 2,500 kilometers back. So I saw 2 stages in the bed. But yeah, bad luck. You cannot do anything about it. It just happens. Still was amazing time. Like I don't regret it at all.
Regular Ukrainian hospitality. Just you're welcome. Yeah.
Okay, one last question. The EP came out at another label company. So
why?
Yeah, why?
It's super easy. It's just because Noisart doesn't do. It's not doing EPs. They just have this policy.
Okay, I thought you could make some publicity for your new.
Chrawling Chaos Records. Yeah, sure. Oh yeah. I thought the question was.
Dude. Yeah, as Eugen said, Noisart, we're still on contracts on Noisart, so probably our next record also gonna come out on Noisart, but right now they don't do EPs, but we still wanted to do that, and Noisart was very kind to allow us to cooperate with another label, and we go to the label where my other 2 bands are also signed, Ayahuasca and Rapture, and Holger, he's the boss from the label, and he's like the guy of trust. He's like a part of a family, and that's a one-man label, and this guy, he's just on fire for his projects, and it doesn't matter which project it is, he's just on fire, always. So that's why we just trusted him and wanted to work with him. And it's always super easy with him. And it's just we trust each other. It's easy, so why not? So and the Chrawling Chaos Records.
It's limited to 500 copies, I think.
Yes, exactly.
Go on and buy it before it's sold out. So, and now you are going to hit the stage soon.
We will, yes. We will try the material first time live today, and we are kind of excited about it, yeah. Because it's hard shit, to be honest.
Yes.
Kirill wrote some hard shit. Good shit, but tough shit.
Yeah, it's tough shit.
Yeah, it's a long way to the top. If you want to rock and roll.
Okay, but the last word is for our guest here.
So, we had a pretty good rehearsal yesterday, so I guess we are doing fine today, and we also try to do our best. Actually, we're well prepared, and new material is inspired us a lot to play it, to feel it, to spread it in chaos and spreading the disease. Yes, so we enjoy it a lot, and I hope everything will be okay with the Pripjat, with the Chrawling Chaos, with Hell On, with all metalheads around all the world. So, yeah.
Thank you. Alles klar.
Metal-heads.de